Hey guys, Hydrohead here. This is Carnage. So this is actually a Omnibus I picked up. Now, honestly, I really don't support Marvel for the most part anymore because of some of the stuff they're doing and pushing, and the fact that CB really has no intention of fixing anything. But because I'm a hypocrite, I guess. If like a store has it, or a brick and mortar or someplace like that has the item in stock, they've already purchased it. It's just sitting there. If there's a sale on it, I'm gonna probably get it. This is normally $125. I paid well under 60 for it from in stock trades. Right now I think it's back up to over 70 or something like that. They're kind of all over the place with their omnibuses and whatnot, but this is a pretty solid deal for what I paid for it, because look how thick it is. It's got 1,100 pages. This dust jacket art is by Clayton Crane. The book itself has the exact same. I do like the back of this book. I think it looks very cool. Dust jacket, of course, matches it. And we got a little back cover too. So the back is talking about Maximum Carnage. This has nothing to do with Maximum Carnage. Not at all. Nowhere in it. But down here it shows everything that is in this. But you get a much better list by flipping it open and looking inside. More cool art by Clayton. And then here's a nice rundown of what's actually inside of it. So the first two arcs, Clayton Crane is doing all the art and color on it, which I was really excited for because I'm really more familiar with him as a cover artist, and he does some of my favorite covers. So it's like, right on. These are going to be lit as fuck. The first arc, Venom vs. Carnage, was written by Peter Milligan. The writing was really good. I like Peter Milligan. I think he does a good job. But Clayton Crane's art is it's a little all over the place, to be completely honest. But that's really all I'm going to cover about this, because as you can see from my fake bookmark, I'm not very far into it at all yet. But I wanted to talk about the first story, first arc. One, because of Clayton Crane's kind of weird style, or his weird anatomy, but also because the story is kind of cool for the arc. So what this one basically is, look at that sick cover. See, look at it. Crane does amazing covers, and his monsters are freaking fantastic. What's going on in this arc, though, is, so if you're not familiar, Carnage was born from Venom. So, of course, because of the life cycle of the symbiotes, that means Carnage is going to give birth to something as well. Blanking on his Cletus. Cletus he knows something is going on inside of him, but he doesn't know what. Venom and Eddie, they're, Venom. And the Eddie and Cletus, they really aren't, they're not all there anymore. The symbiotes are very much in control of these guys. Their interaction as far as actual talking is very limited, which is kind of cool. It's much different than what we see right now. But Venom knows that Carnage is up to have a baby. He wants to get it because he knows Carnage will just kill it, because Carnage would consider it to just be competition. So he's trying to hunt him down so that he can find the baby and save it, so that he can raise it himself and use it to fight Spider-Man, basically. Carnage isn't having that. He just wants it dead. So he's trying to escape Venom for this first little bit. It's a lot of back and forth, giving us backstory as they're basically just chasing each other and fighting. The art on those two is fantastic, but, like, this is supposed to be... Can you see this? Whoop. This is supposed to be, like, a sexy woman and this guy here with the binoculars is like watching her through those binoculars. And but like, let me really look at that. That looks like a man in a bra with like really weird stomach. I don't know what's going on there, but I was like, whoa. And then his face, it's like a caricature of what a face should look like. And then these people back here, his people are, of course, he does a good job on Black Cat. Kind of like, that's kind of meh. That's all. That's good. That's, can't complain about that. But like, yeah. So anyway, while this fight between Venom and Carnage is going on, Black Cat is in the process of stealing a painting. We eventually find out that she was stealing this painting to recover it for an artist who got ripped off. So she was bringing it back to him because it was worth more than what the dude paid him. Just being a good soul. Like, look at this. Some weird anatomy. And kind of inconsistent body proportions. So, sorry, I got distracted by some of this. While Carnage is disposing of the symbiote, I don't actually know how it leaves Carnage and goes into a person, but Carnage picks this dude right here. He's a cop. To take the symbiote. And it's completely coincidental. The guy was just happened to be the first person he saw when he, I guess, gave birth. And the guy had no idea that something went inside of him or took control of him. He just knows these monsters are after him. He's got a wife and kid. And he's caught. Venom tries to not really save him, but just show up so that he can try and catch the baby when the baby makes its first appearance. Baby symbiote. So he's... Hold on, there's actually a really funny part. Okay. So when Venom breaks in for the first time, he just comes blowing through like a big scary monster, as Venom does. And yeah, I'm just going to read it for you. I'm not here to hurt you, but there is someone who is on his way. Please, my wife and me, we're expecting our first child. Your first child? And he gets down in the guy's face, like right up in his face. And will you love this human infant? Yeah. Love and protect it, cherish it, and every little smile, every dimpled giggle, every tiny part will warm your heart. Correct? Yeah, I guess. Tell me, what's it like? It's just so creepy and weird. I love it. Milligan's writing is really good in this. So while Venom is basically creeping on this family, Spider-Man shows up, sees a monster in this family, tries to help. As they're battling and out, Spider-Man sends the family away. They get to the elevator, and Carnage is coming up the elevator. And this is a scene that you will never see in a modern Marvel comic. I can almost guarantee it. So as Carnage is blowing up through this elevator, the pregnant wife gets in his way. He swats her down the shaft and screams, "Out of my way, breeder!" Oh, it's fantastic. Good stuff. Yeah, the mom, she of course makes it. Spider-Man saves her. But look at this. This Carnage art is fantastic. But anyway, this arc is basically where Toxin first shows up. And Toxin being the child of Carnage. And the fact that he is basically taken over by his hair, Creighton Klane's hair skill on Black Cat is pretty top shelf. I don't know what program he's using or like what brushes or what, but his art looks like something I've seen before. Like online that you wouldn't pay for. I don't know. This is very familiar. But anyway, this is where Toxin makes his appearance. Man, some fantastic art. And we get to find out that Toxin is because he's a cop, that's taken, because the body that Toxin took over is a cop. He's basically learning good habits, and this really makes Venom nervous. Venom decides that there's a possibility that Toxin could end up teaming up with Spider-Man and then be a big threat to Carnage and Venom both. So they make a very, very temporary agreement, decide to fight together to end any threat from Toxin. And of course that, whether that's the cause of or it's just it happened chance, they end up becoming friends and teaming up, Spider-Man and Toxin, that is. And basically where this arc leaves off is with Toxin giving up his family so that his enemies won't be able to use them against him. Or at least that's the plan. But anytime that happens, that just leaves the family defenseless. The villains go and take them anyway, and it all backfires on them. And this was really just the first arc, and it was great. The reason I'm not going to go any further, apart from the fact that this book is 1,000 pages and it would take forever, is the next arc is written by Zeb Wells. And no offense, Zeb, but your writing is subpar, especially compared to Peter Milligan's. But I have no idea how long this video is because I can't see my timer. Thanks for watching, guys. Hail Hydra, baby.